A federal antitrust lawsuit has been filed to stop Alaska Airlines' buyout of Hawaiian Airlines. I took a look at what's at stake.
Alaska and Hawaiian Airlines announced in December that Alaska intends to buy out the local carrier for $1.9 billion. The feds can and have blocked other airline deals, and now 8 passengers are suing to do the same here. Federal statute allows citizens to try.
And what it did was allowed private people to file major antitrust cases. The DOJ was not in the first of these series of cases in which the airlines have eaten each other up in a real frenzy of mergers.
After decades of unabated takeovers left a handful of behemoths running the majority of flights in America, the Federal Department of Justice is now heavily scrutinizing airline mergers. Plaintiffs' attorneys think courts should do the same for this deal, whether it's private citizens or regulators raising the flags.
Hawaiian has a significant share of Hawaii to mainland market. But so does Alaska, and that would give a very, very large share to Alaska, over 40% control of going in and out of Hawaii, which is not good. Inter-island is the same thing.
From day one of the buyout announcement in December, Alaska and Hawaiian Airlines acknowledged they have hoops to jump through.
We're 2 small players now, just to be honest. That makes us a bit bigger player to compete against the big 4 airlines that really dominate 80% of the market share in the United States. So we're hopeful that the DOJ sees it that way.
About a month later, the DOJ prevailed in a lawsuit blocking a merger of JetBlue and Spirit. And right now, Alaska and Hawaiian are working on getting the DOJ some deeper dive documents and information it asked for in February, later agreeing not to complete any merger until at least 90 days after substantial compliance with turning all of that in. And now in federal district court in Honolulu, plaintiffs representing a cross-section of average Hawaiian passengers are suing to do here what the DOJ has done elsewhere: stop a takeover.
What happens to the state if this thing gets managed from afar with little care about Hawaii or Hawaiian? And then what happens to the travelers in terms of higher fares and less competition?
We reached out to both Alaska and Hawaiian for comment. They both said in recent stock filings, Hawaiian and Alaska have been working cooperatively with the DOJ and expect to continue to do so. Attorneys for plaintiffs in the civil federal suit say they'll push for court relief here, which could include a preliminary injunction.
In the words of the Supreme Court, they say in its incipiency. In other words, before it begins to permeate. And so we expect we will be filing a motion to hold the acquisition up till we're finished with the discovery.
Now, this evening, an Alaska Airlines spokesperson told me of the filing lawsuits like this are a normal occurrence in public company mergers.